Hello, my name is Mark Robertson, and I'm here today to continue my talk about my book, Carrying Lawn Chairs. And you can get it on Amazon for $2.99 on the e-version, or just under $10, actual paperback version. And it's a book that I wrote. It talks about largely my opposition to organized youth sports, especially for very young children, young kids. I think it's self-defeating or defeats the purpose. It's not what it's cracked up to be, and I give many reasons for that in the book. Now you can either buy this book, Carrying Lawn Chairs, on Amazon, or you can stay tuned to my YouTube page here, and I will eventually cover every chapter on that. So you got your choice, or you can do both, of course. But today, the topic is real fun, is what I call this chapter. You see these all across the country and around the world, these sporting events with parents taking their 3, 4, 5, 6-year-old kids to games where they're wearing uniforms, baseball, basketball, even hockey. I've seen these kids 4 or 5 years old playing hockey with all this equipment on. What's it all about? I don't get it. And I don't think it's good for the kids that young to play these organized sports games. That confuses them. They don't enjoy it. They do it because, well, their parents must know what's right and they want the love of their parents, so they better go do this. But they're not having a good time. They're not enjoying it. They're not having fun. It's not real, authentic fun. It's parents wanting to make sure, well, we got to give them a head start so they can get along in this crazy, cruel, competitive world. Well, I think it's crazy, actually. It doesn't make any sense. I think it harms the kids. And even if it did help kids in sports down the road, I think it's ridiculous to do that. These kids aren't having fun. They need authentic play at that age. And they need to go out in the backyard, kick a ball around spontaneously, just to have fun on their own, or do pickup games and things like that. This organized sports thing is not what it's cracked up to be, and I think obviously creates even a harmful result quite often. And it's been shown that kids burn out on the sport too. So if you want your kid to play it down the road, well, if they're playing from age 3 to age 15, I mean, chances are they'll get burnt out on it anyway. So, and it doesn't, in my opinion, lead to any advantage on playing the sport better anyway. But today, like to say, I played youth sports. I played mainly baseball. It was called Bronco League. I probably started when I was 9. I remember playing 10, 11, and 12 in a certain league called Bronco League. We play a couple games each weekend, one on Saturday, one on Sunday. I think there were 6 teams in the league, and we played for a couple months each year. No tournaments. I mean, I did have an all-star game at the end of the year, which was another fiasco. But it was okay. I mean, I really don't have any fond memories of it. I played in the league after that. I believe it was Pony League. And it was okay, but the fond memories I have growing up are the pickup games. We played this game called Indian Ball, and I know that's probably politically incorrect to say these days, but we'd play. You could play with as few as 2 people. We'd go to a park down the street, and the park really wasn't a baseball park. It was just a park, and we had one end of the field. We could hit. We'd just throw the ball up and hit it, and at the other end actually was a house, a neighbor house. It had a fence there and a wall, and we'd use that as our home run wall. It was Mr. Spratt's house. He had a real nice yard. The house was away from the fence, so we didn't have to worry about breaking a window or anything. It was a beautiful home. We had a way we could go into the yard through some bushes, get the ball if we hit a home run, and we could play that hour after hour and just had a great time. We throw the ball up. If you catch the ball, it was hit on the ground or in the air, it was an out. But if you hit it between past a certain point, it would be a hit. And runners would move up appropriately, and you could hit a home run, like I say. We had a good time on that. And you're inventing, you're out in the fresh air, you're actually improving your skills at the game of baseball, even whether you know it or not. You're having fun doing it, you're learning it, you're getting self-knowledge, and the authentic play or just pickup games are where I think the action is at. And kids just have fun on their own. And believe me, there's no parents around, no adults watching, yelling from the stands, telling you to swing level, or do this, or focus, or concentrate, or keep your eye on the ball, or do all this or do that for some ungodly reason where they're worried about them getting ahead in the future and being better than the other next guy and getting a head start on the whole situation of life in this competitive world. And ironically, when kids are playing these pickup games, they learn about themselves, and I think they're better able to deal with the real cruel competitive world anyway. So these pickup games actually prepare people, young kids, better for this the world and this organized sports. I mean, these kids are out there, 3, 4, 5, 6 year olds, and the stands are packed with adults yelling all these things. They're glued to the edge of their seat. Oh my gosh, well, I have no idea what their mindset is. Why are they so into these games for these very young kids? But to me, it's all a dysfunctional situation, and it doesn't bring about authentic fun. And the theme of my book is the kids need to have authentic fun. They need to experience the wonder of the world. Not all kids experience it at the same level. Some have bigger imaginations than the others, but every kid can experience the wonder and awe of the world, and they don't experience it on a field with adults yelling at them from the stands and managers and telling them to swing level and run and throw and catch and use two hands and all this other nonsense being yelled from the stands. And it takes away from their childhood, actually, and it takes away from them having authentic fun, which I think is a very important part of childhood. Fun, having play, authentic play, is the work of children. Kids are not little adults. They are children, and they need to be treated like children. And putting them in organized sports at age 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is not treating them like children. And I am not for changing youth sports. I'm for kids not playing youth sports, at least up until the age of 10. I wouldn't put them in youth sports before double digits and maybe even teen years. So I know these views are not the norm, but they are my views. Take them or leave them. I'm not even guaranteeing I'm right, but that's just an observation that I've had. I've worked in youth sports. I've seen parents and how they behave and the results, which I think happen, and I have come up with these views. And like I say, I will be presenting this on my YouTube channel. I will cover most of the chapters in my book, but like I say, you can get Carrying Lawn Chairs at Amazon, just under $10 the actual book, or $2.99 the e-version, Kindle version of the book. So thank you for being here today, and you have a good rest of your day.